So today we're going to learn about symmetry difference. Symmetry difference is basically two arrays comparing each other's and then see where their difference are. For example, we have three examples here. So we will be focusing on number 1. Right, this is number 2, number 3, and we're going to focus on this one right here. So that will be comparing these two array, first array and second array, right? So we have to eliminate any duplicate or any within the array itself before comparing it, and after that compare each number have repeated numbers. If they are same, then we don't they are not the difference. The difference will be 3 right here, and then 5, and then 4, right? So there's nothing similar to here. So that 3 will be the difference of these two arrays. All right, let's look at how the code we use it for to difference this two array. Basically, filtering it. All right. So that's our symmetry difference, and then this is our array right here. So functions, sorry. These functions will accept any amount of array lengths, right? Array within array we're talking about. And so this for loop right here will say, okay, I'm gonna look at the array inside array and then just traverse to all the array. So for example, previously we have, this right here, for example, have 2 array. Right here we have 3 array, right? So 3 array, and that 3 array will be except passing through, we can pass it through this dot 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 in front of it for the arguments. So that way we can contain a lot of array and compare. So first we're going to compare something like this array here. We're going to compare the first two, and then after that, after we find the difference, then we will compare on the second one. So we're going to focus on only the first two first, and if we have only 2, then we're going to compare those 2 first. So that's what it meant. So okay, let's go to deep dive into this diff array. So we loop before we loop through, we traverse through this right here. The first array will be assigned to the first variable, and then the second will be assigned to this number here, and that will be on the second one. So it will jump to the second one, and it will update the first by giving the return, and then it will keep updating on it. So that's what it meant. Okay, now let's go into the diff array. We go into right here, we have first and second. That's basically the these two. So if we look at it right here, we declare a bunch of variables here. First will be trying to compare the pattern, right? So trying to recognize what is the first one will contain, right? And then this first and second right here, set will eliminate duplicated numbers. So this is built-in functions, so we have to create a new, and that will eliminate a lot of duplicate, and it will contain only unique numbers. That's what we're trying to do for these 2 array, and we will combine those 2 in one array. So for example, if we look at this 2 array, it will become something like 1 2 3, and then 5 2 1, and then 4. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do with this combine. So this is how we do it, the easiest way, and that's JavaScript way of combining 2 array. Okay, now so this will collect the right answer and the right array, right? So the first one will be getting the pattern, right? Pattern we're going to loop through the combine the array that we just combined, something like this, and see what is do we have any matching, right? So we will try to looking at well, the pattern will be objects, so key value pairs. That's what we're trying to use. Dictionary, if you know how to use a dictionary or hash table, that will be the pattern. So we will have a key value. That key value is something we can use like an object, right? So we will have a key, and then we will have a value right here. So it can be string or number. So something like this. So that's what is saying to you know, hey, do we have this element in a combined array in the pattern, right? So if we don't have any key that is stored in the pattern, then um, we're going to assign that key, and then get that take that key and add that key, and then assign the value, right? We're going to give it 1, and if we already have it, then we have to accumulate or increment the same value with 1. So it will be, if we have for example already have 1, if we didn't have 1, then we're going to add that 1 in the key, and then later on, if we find the second 1, then we will accumulate that number as in 2, right? That's what we're trying to do. So since the number is already unique in each array, right, we won't have any duplication problem in each array, and that saves us a lot, so that we can find the difference in there. All right, the second one will see if we have any numbers, counted numbers more than 1, right? So do we have it, right? If we don't have it but just only 1, then that means that's the number that we're trying to get the answer. So however, we have to convert it into integers, otherwise we are going to push the key. Unfortunately, sometimes the objects will take the numbers as a string, or the key as a string, right? So we have to convert it back into number by using the built-in number in JavaScript. So we can push it back to the answer, and the answer will collect the right number as in the difference. So for example, this will be 354, right? So it will eliminate duplicated repeated number, sorry, and then it will give us this, right? So that's what we are doing for this symmetry difference, and it will give us the unique numbers for the comparison two array. So for the 3 array, we have to compare these two, so it will give us right here, it will give us 1, right? And it will eliminate the duplicate in the number first, and then it will give us 1, 2, 5, and this will give us 2, 3, 5. So we're going to compare it into 1 to 5 and 2, 3, 5. So in 1 to 5, we have 2 is repeated in the second one, so it will eliminate it, and 5 is repeated, it will eliminate that, and 1, 3 is the only one that unique or difference, there difference. And then that 1, 3 will be comparing against the second one, the second array right here. So we will see if 1 exists in the third one, sorry, and if it is not, so we will just keep it there. And then 3, yes, it is, so we're going to increment the value of the 3, so that will be 2, so 2, 3 is counted. And we will look at the 4, it doesn't exist, so it will add it in the pattern, and that will be 1, counted as 1. And do we have 5? So since this is going to be a unique set of arrays, so that will be only 1, 5, so that it will count as only 1. So since this 3 going to be counted as 2, we have to eliminate that, and we have 1 4. So that will be our answer for symmetries of this 3 array. And similar to the first one, the third one will be compare just like we did for the first one. And that's it for symmetry.